my name is Allison. I'm the Programs Outreach and Youth Services Manager here at Monterey County Free Libraries. Thank you for joining me this evening for another episode of Book Chat. Tonight I'm going to chat with you about a book that I was really excited about. It's called Horror for Weenies: Everything You Need to Know About the Films You're Too Scared to Watch by Emily C. Hughes. I was really excited about this book because I listened to a podcast called Too Scary Didn't Watch, which is pretty much the same thing. These three women tell the plot lines to horror movies so that you can listen along if you're too scared to watch the movie. I love scary movies, so I'd have no problem watching them, but I used to be really scared of horror movies, and my dad would actually tell me the plot lines so that I felt kind of empowered to watch them because I already knew what happened. So I recognize the power in knowing the stories and having that embolden you to be able to watch the movies. And I also recognize that horror is a really important and crucial part of society. And if you are looking to understand references in other movies or other parts of pop culture, you often have to understand some of the tenets of horror movies. So this is a perfect book for that. The book is divided into different sections and goes over different horror movies that make up those decades. I'm going to read you the inside flap. A smart, funny crash course in the horror movie canon for people who love getting the reference but hate being scared. You don't have to miss out just because you don't like to be frightened. Stop trying to read nonsensical Wikipedia plot summaries and let an expert tell you everything you need to know about the most influential horror films of the past 60 years without a single jump scare or a drop of gore. Featuring a rundown of the history and significance of horror cinema, explanation of common tropes, and detailed entries on 25 important movies, Horror for Weenies will turn even the scariest of cats into a confident connoisseur. Each entry includes a detailed plot summary with enough jokes that it won't freak you out, smart, illuminating analysis of the film's themes and cultural impact, description of iconic scenes you definitely do not want to watch, talking points for impressing even the biggest scary movie buffs. So again, I really like horror movies, so I've seen most of the movies in here, but what I really appreciated, besides being able to read the plot lines again, because that's always really fun, was some of the discussion around the importance of horror in pop culture. So there is an introduction about why horror matters in society, and then each entry has a discussion of different tropes that go along with that, as well as some recommendations for other things that you can check out that are related to that scary movie. So to illustrate this, I'm going to show you the entry for one of my favorite scary movies, Scream. So I saw Scream for the first time when I was 10 years old in 1998, so 2 years after it came out, and I think it's one of the reasons why I couldn't watch scary movies for a really long time. I rewatched it in 2020 at the age of 32 and realized that it's not that scary. So each entry has the basic idea. You might actually want to watch if, and then talks about why you might want to watch it, but you should definitely avoid it if, and then why you wouldn't want to watch it. Then there is the breakdown of exactly what happens within the movie. It looks into tropes, so it looks at some of the tropes of horror movies, and then it looks at some of the iconic moments that have helped to shape pop culture. So, for Scream, for instance, iconic moments. Almost too many to count. There's Ghostface made for marketing, what's your favorite scary movie line, of course, and the whole opening sequence serves as a thesis statement for the movie you're about to watch while also serving as a magnificent horror short film in its own right. Tatum's garage door murder is up there with the most creatively horrible deaths in cinema. There's also the strange Mandela effect phenomenon of people misremembering events from Scary Movie, a horror comedy parody of this comedy horror, as having taken place in Scream, which thematically is perfect. Then what I really like is at the end of each section, it has a can't watch it, read these instead, and it has a list of different books that you might want to read if you're too scared to watch the movie but like to read horror. So as it said in the beginning, it's divided up into decades. So it goes through the 1960s and 70s, the 80s and 90s, 2000s and 2010s. And here are the movies that are covered. Psycho, Night of the Living Dead, Rosemary's Baby, The Exorcist, The Wicker Man, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Carrie, Halloween, The Shining, Poltergeist, The Thing, A Nightmare on Elm Street, The Fly, Hellraiser, Candyman, Scream, The Blair Witch Project, The Ring, 28 Days Later, Saw, The Conjuring, The Babadook, It Follows, Get Out, and Hereditary. So if you're looking for something to help you through the Halloween season, I would recommend Horror for Weenies. We have it in our collection. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.